I have a message which I wanted to share with any Mormons who are out there. Before my husband became a Christian, he was put off religion by a number of factors in his life, one of which was the fact that he was related to several very religious Mormons. And I remember when he was poorly, and this was quite a time before he became Christian, he said in the event of his death he wanted it to be absolutely clear that he was never ever to be posthumously baptized. And I just wanted to make absolutely clear, if there's any Mormons out there watching this, please, if you hear the name Neil Lee, he's related to some Mormons, you think that you might be able to get him into heaven by baptizing him. He made it absolutely 100% clear that he rejected the Mormon gospel, etc., etc. He didn't want to be baptized posthumously. He didn't want to be a notch on, somebody's post, oh, there's another soul, we've got to heaven. Now, after he actually did become a Christian, he was even more concerned about this, not for his sake, but for the sake of any Mormons out there. There is only one way to heaven. Once you're dead, you're dead. That's it. You can't be posthumously saved. So if you're out there and you're a Mormon, and obviously if you're watching this you're still alive, I would like to apologise that in the past, before I was a Christian, I used to laugh at Mormons. I used to think that you were all very silly. I couldn't understand why you'd believe a book that was so obviously the product of somebody's imagination. Now, since I've become a Christian, I've understood that Mormons may be very sincere and obviously believe what it is that they're saying to people. But the single most important thing that I want you all to understand is that the Book of Mormon is still false. It was obviously false when I read it. When I was at university, I read it when I was about 21 or 22. It was obviously the product of either Joseph Smith's imagination or, perhaps some kind of demonic influence, I don't know. There's no archaeological evidence to support the Book of Mormon. Absolutely none. Originally the Book of Mormon was used to bolster some very racist theories. There's no DNA evidence to support the Book of Mormon. The children of Israel were never in America. Native American Indians are not Semitic in origin. The DNA evidence clearly supports this. No archaeological, no linguistic evidence whatsoever to support the Book of Mormon. So if you're watching this and you're a Mormon, I presume you're fairly intelligent. You're obviously a reader. May I please ask you to read the Bible, because the Bible is profoundly different from any other religious book. It was written by over 40 different authors over a period of thousands of years, and it's the same message all the way throughout. The prophecies in the Bible are fulfilled, many of them. Some of them are still to be fulfilled. Archaeological, DNA, genetic and linguistic evidence continues to support the claims of the Bible. So please read your Bible. Don't believe for a minute that there's no such thing as heaven, that there's no such thing as hell, that there's some kind of posthumous salvation. The only way to heaven is through Jesus Christ. And I implore you, please, to find the same peace that my husband did before he died. He found Jesus, or rather I should say Jesus found him. Jesus will keep looking for you. He will keep reaching out to save you as long as you are honest. Please honestly seek the face of God. Please honestly pray to know the truth, because the truth will set you free. I know what it's like. You can be very scared when you believe a lie. The last thing you want to know is that you've been deceived all these years, and so there's a lot of intellectual effort goes into continuing the deception. I've done it. Most people have done it. Please don't continue to live in ignorance. Don't think to yourself, I can't bear to be wrong, because then I'd have wasted my life. Better to have wasted 10 or 15 years of your life, or 30 years of your life, or whatever, than to waste your eternity. My prayer for all of you is, please turn to Jesus. He's the only way to heaven. And I really do hope to see some of you there. God bless.